something new. Our ancient people, our granny, our grandpa, everyone had lived their life in a best way using this type of foods. Maybe the generation to generation, the civilization and many things which make the man to change their lifestyle. End of the day, they want to live the better life. But when slowly nature started to trouble us in a different way, then we felt that we want to make it in a safer zone with the best food. So, well, let me go with the, some of the things about the millets and all. And I was part of as a chairman of the food science department, also heading the dean of the entrepreneurship and consultancy. Always, I connect with the young minds to connect with the startups. Startups are a very important role where they can help us not only to build themselves for the nation growth, for the economic growth, and creating the jobs for the many people, for the youngsters, especially for the youngsters and all. Startups built to the nurture millets. You know, millets. We all know it is if you go depth of the millets, there are enough things to get the things information what our ancient people were telling. And if we go through whatever the technology, whatever the super things what we study today, it has been told by long back in history only for our ancient people. But maybe they are not much aware of our modern technology. But what they were convincing us was in a right way. So, in that connection, startup bid to nurture the millets, we see n number of millet products in the market. Only few of them they sound in a better way. They reach to the customers in the right way, but not everyone. Means somewhere something is going wrong in our circle. So that is very. So first we should understand the millets. What is millets in the right way? Then based on that, we need to connect them. We need to make some of the product which can be satisfy the customers in the right way. So millets are the one of the best food for healthy living that we are all listening from a long time. And recently, the trend, you know, millets, there are certain customers, certain traditional customers who've been using this millets from a long time. No, we are in such a generation. If somebody will sound more, this is going to make something in a different way, and everyone will start. Okay, we will also do the millets. So first, we need to understand what is millets for. Based on that, we need to create a products which can reach to the customers in the right way. We don't need to make it in a big innovation, but what type of products we will design, you have to make it in the right execution. That is very important. So, the millets are something where we can connect in our day-to-day life and all. Why we need to um, uh, connect in the other side food processing, because you know food processing is one of the sector nobody will tell that it can give 14% of GDP growth in our country, because if you see in the number size, food industries are in the more number, like if you count in the number point of view, the highest number will be remains in the food industry only, and lot of things are happening there, and food is one of the essential needy thing for every day when man depend on that. So an industry plays a very important role not only in the running the business but also creating the job in other side which will sustain the Indian economy in a right way. And in that direction, it always there is a word that is called like we are what we eat. Like what we consume today, it will reciprocal us. It may be connect us after 5 years, after 10 years. So what we feed today, it will reply us in a different way after 5 years, 10 years. So giving the right food into your body, right communication. That is called right communication, body, and maybe that communication will be come up in the right way after 5 years, 10 years. So the living life will depend on how we balance the diet. So in that connection, supporting the systems for millets startups, you know, like India, the climatic conditions are very important, and India and millets, like global largest millet producer, common millet like ragi to many things like top millets like Rajasthan, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, UP, where people are more in this type of agricultural practice over there. So we have
బండి
still
పోతుందా బాబు?
different. Hello,
బండి పోవాలి, కొంచెం చూడవా?
hello. Yeah. So there are few things like if you go to the any market, we can see n number of millet products, but only a few of them are aware of such products. Only few of them are aware of other products. In this 100 millet product, one or two products are reaching to the many side of the circle. Then what about the other products? Why they are not doing good? Whether they are not marketing in a proper way, or if they do the market, still they are not able to reach to the customers. Where they went wrong? That is the biggest question mark now. So, in that way, why small millets in our diet? So it's like a small mustard seed, bigger than mustard seed, which will do a lot of magical in the lifestyle. So, in other side, the important factors which is affecting us is in the living life, degradation of environment. Day to day, we are in the negative direction where we are damaging the entire environmental system with our own practices. Own practices means what? How you live the life in the entire earth. It may be erosion of the biodiversity, it may be pollution, it may be drought of water scarcity, it may be climatic change. When it comes to the health issues, today we are in the situation every corner of a single man is suffering from something diseases. Why the diseases is happening? That is the biggest challenge now. Whether mm, uh, it is coming simply just want to make a fun in our body, no, we are bringing them to near to our body because of our wrong direction, wrong diet, or maybe something else. For a 5 minutes of enjoyment of some tongue and body, that mouth feel and all, we are damaging for the rest of next 10 years. It may be nutrient deficiency, it may be anemia, it may be diabetes, it may be heart element, or it may be digestion problem, or erosion of food quality, chemical contamination, widespread use of less nutrition, highly refined sugar, maida, or it may be food with less fiber content and all. Then what is the solution then? For this, maybe millets in our diet is one of the source, maybe in the where we can give, not we can change entire thing, but maybe some solution we were able to get from the millets. And how we can include the small millets in our diet can be one of the solution. Healthy environment. Healthy environment, I'm telling like enrichment of biodiversity. It may be declining in the land and water pollution. It may be saving in the irrigation water. Maybe farmers can grow in a harsh environment, less production cost, includes other nutritional food crops, or it may be provide a quality food, or it may be healthy generation where like safe chemical-free food, preventive and curative foods as a medical properties are help me in preventing in the managing the obesity. But we have a different type of millets. Only few millets, maybe finger millet, foxtail millet, little millet, kudo millet, barnard millet, Koso millet. There are different millets. They have their own unique role. If you come to the Karnataka division, South division, finger millet is one of the millet. We call it as a ragi, which is more being feeded by the people in this belt and all. And foxtail millet, or it may be little millet in North Karnataka and all. So they have their own unique role and all. Why the millet then? Because everyone is telling millet is doing something, millet is doing that magic, millet is doing this magic. It is very important for us to understand what is that millet first. It is like people in the crowd, they will sit in one side, one people, they will tell, if the entire world is telling millet is doing magic, so we want to eat the millet. But having a right millet in the right time is very important. It is not like somewhere night 10 o'clock I will eat millet means it will do something magic. Millet, when we consume the diet, the body should be in a stable to balance the diet in a right way. The crop is drought resistant. Millets are easily available, and millet is high in protein, vitamin, iron, calcium, phytochemicals. It is gluten free, rich in antioxidants, low risk of cardiovascular diseases, brings down the incidence of colon cancer, constipations, gastrointestinal complications, and all. When it comes to the millets and the rice, when we make a differentiate, rice contains 130 calories per 100 gram, as millet contains 119 calories in 100 gram. Rice is high in carbohydrate. It comes around 28.7 gram, but the millets is around 23.7 gram. Millet has a high calcium compared to rice, where 3 mg, where rice contains only 1 mg. And so other side, they are high in fiber, calcium, phosphorus, has a low glycemic index, which will be indirectly or directly helps in type 2 diabetics and all. And also it is a beneficial in diabetics for stomach related intestinal issues and all. So little millet, why it is important in our day-to-day life? When it comes to the nutritional and health benefits, a good source of energy, protein, fiber, and minerals are essential in our daily metabolic process, which can help to heal many things in our body and sustain the body living life for the next couple of days to years to many days. So you should have a food and food purposes that's low glycemic index, ingredients into multigrain, and it may be gluten-free cereal products, or when it comes to the agronomic advantages. When farmers always believe on earth, if earth won't support for them in a suitable condition, maybe their entire agricultural practice will go wrong. And how why we can believe on this millets, the agronomic advantages. One is short duration, one is diverse adaptation, high water use efficiency, drought tolerant, waterlogging tolerant, high biomass, stay green at harvest, useful as a green fodder and all. Now, one more thing. Nowadays, we as a man, we always see the our side of the benefits. Maybe rice was being just will remove the husk part, and the remaining part will be taken to the eating. And later, when generation to generation, our something new look to the industrializations and all, where they started removing the brand layer and polishing the things, which is directly affecting to us. Maybe they want to go with so many byproducts, but it will be indirectly affecting us. So whole grain versus polished is always a question mark. Whether what we get in the market is a completely unpolished millet or a polished millet, people have to identify. See, our presence understanding is very important than running in a myth followers. So, what type of quality of millet you are using? Because why I'm telling, one who designed the millet products, he is not ultimately a one who do the agriculture practice. He run the business, but he procured the millets from somewhere from the third party. But again, that third party will hire it from somebody else, which is he also don't know whether it is a unpolished or polished. Sometimes these things which you have to observe as a businessman and all. 60 to 70% of the nutrients and vitamins are lost if the grains are polished. Do purchase your millets from a trusted sources and all. So know your small millets. A small Lilliput millet have a wonder bundle of magical inside that Lilliput. But how you handle that Lilliput in a right way will make you sense. So go for an unpolished, nutritious small millet rice, and unpolished and polished millet always have a biggest question mark. What we lost during the polished millet, or it may be rice as example, I'm telling. We lost a bran layer over there. We lost germ layer over there, which is again a protein content and all, which is required for our body. Most of the market rice to some of the millet which we get in the market are polished one only. So 50% of the nutrient is gone. So, more polishing will remove the bran and germ with what we lost nutrition, fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, diseases preventing phytonutrients. Because when we don't get enough phytonutrients, and these phytonutrients have a lot of magical things which will play with our body functioning. And when these guys will do the polishing and all in other side of the sector, this will remove a number of advantages what we can gain from that one. So consuming unpolished rice will protect us from the cancer, intestinal disorder, heart diseases, obesity, realizing the all the health benefits and small uh, millets.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ
The term nutraceutical is used for such bioactive compounds from food sources which are having a protective effect against degenerative diseases. You know, we today the younger generation is suffering from degenerative diseases, like where they are missing due to they addicted to the living fast living generation, where they are not able to consume phenolic compounds, flavonoids, phytic acid, carotenoids, tocopherols, phytosterols, all these which play a very huge role. Nothing but I'm telling about phytochemicals, one of the magical, a bundle of magical things which we are missing today, the younger generation, I'm telling. So little millets have their own unique role because that's what our granny, grandpa, or somebody long here who are still they're available to read without specs, still without diseases. They're living life, still they looks like a young. Why they are consuming the right diet during those days? And cardiovascular diseases, cataract, which is eye vision problem, cancer, it may be gastrointestinal problems and all. So, what we should know from this Lilliput's, small millets and all, that there are some silent futures of these small millets, foxtail, kudu, barnyard, it may be paddy, it may be little millets. They helps in the muscle growth, they can sustain the bone health, they can prevent the strengthening immune system, they can aid in the smooth functioning of nervous system, better body composition, more muscles, better brain functions, stronger bone, better for the immune systems and all. And other side, silent features are it will also normalizes the bowel movement and maintain the bowel health, lower cholesterol levels. You know why I'm telling you about bowel movement and bowel health. If you see the uh, present generation, they are suffering from piles. Piles is one of the issue we can see in every corner of the family members. And if you go to the doctors, they'll give the solution. We don't want to do the small surgery, whatever. But piles won't go. There is no solution for the piles. But diet is the one of the pattern where it can reduce the piles and we can help in a better way. Normalizes the bowel movement, maintain the bowel health, lower the cholesterol levels, helps to control the blood sugar level, or it may be helps in the digestion and absorption of energy from food. It may be helps in heart health, improve the bone health, improve the reproductive health of the immunity. So it may be soluble fiber. What is the other side of the magical from the millets? There are two types of fiber which is present in the millet. One is a soluble fiber, another one is a insoluble fiber. I'm telling about something about dietary fiber. One of the very important source how you connect with the dietary fiber in your day-to-day life. It will attract the water and turns into gel, slows the digestion process, it will lower the blood cholesterol, or in other side insoluble fiber made up of insoluble cellulose. It will be speeds up the food through the digestive tract and all. It may be asked the bowel to prevent the constipations. It passes through the body without elevating the blood glucose, or it may be add the blood glucose control and insulin response. So there are different things when it comes to the non-digestible carbohydrates. See, carbohydrates are one of the very important thing, which is very important because these carbohydrates are like a fuels for our body. So these carbohydrates have a different. One is complex carbohydrate, one is a simple carbohydrate. But what we gain from the carbohydrate from the millets are complex carbohydrates, which is help in our gut microbiota. You know why I'm telling always gut microbiota? If you're able to balance your gut flora in the right way, Your gut flora will do the magical. Someone who balances the gut flora in right way, he will be able to come out from many diseases. How this end of the day, the output will be short chain fatty acids, and these short chain fatty acids can do lot of magical things, which can balance your digestive tract in a right way. So this is what I'm telling. When you consume something dietary fiber, it will always try to come out from all the infection in the colon, and which will help is in so many things to get comfortable zone. So this is what I was telling about the things, and so many of them I has told you that we have a lot of problem with the health issues, especially in the gut flora, maybe stomach infections, to many things. And when you connect with more in dietary fiber rich things, it will help us in so many things which can heal the digestive tract. So that is what I was telling about. End product will be when you consume more, we can body able to balance many things, help of the good bacteria in gut flora, which will able to release short chain fatty acids. So that is what how things will be happen. And what is this short chain fatty acid? When dietary fibers are fermented by the bacterial hydrolytic enzymes, the short chain fatty acids are main products. However, this short chain fatty acids may be generated from protein to amino acids for decomposition as well. So I don't go much depth of this one, but they can this propanate to butyric acid to acetic acid. All this acid can connected with the dietary fiber only, but there is some metabolism process which I don't want to go depth of that one because I have to connect some other things also with the things. So what are the other silent features of the small millets? Small millets helps in preventing, managing anemia, diabetes, heart elements, or obesity. So anemia, diabetics, heart element, obesity, and all. So then other side, what small millet with a lot of big benefits. Big benefits means high calorific value, high glycemic index, allergic intolerance, less nutrition, and less 5% calories, 15% calories, more 36% protein, 86% protein, 96 fiber, 42% phosphorus, 88% calcium, 76% of the iron. So modern foods from our traditional small millets. Yes, now it's a time to give a new look to the these millets. But it is again question mark. Don't dump into simply. I know swimming means if you go to the swimming pool, you'll swim. No, if you have a talent, then you show swimming somewhere in the village pond, village river. So if you know something, you make it in a better way, which will help us in a right connections and all. So, preferring the protein-rich parboiled small millet rice. Why? Because the benefits of the parboiled when compared to the raw small millet rice, it has more protein, it has more disease-preventing phenols and phytic acid. It may be bioavailability of iron, zinc is more. It will improve the flavor and taste. More importantly, it can be stored for a longer period and all. So now this is the one side of the structure I told you. You know why I want to know? If somebody don't know the character of the millet, don't jump into the business. First, you know what is that person in the right way. If you understand in the right way, you can connect them in the right way. You can because if you don't know, then this is the wrong direction which people are doing in the because everyone is doing millet, so I want to do the millet business. End of the day, what is the result? Your entire business is going wrong. So you need this is the one side of the story. Another side of the story is now how to connect this business, a startup. So people always motivate. You know, seeing some movie, somebody told motivation. Motivation is required more than the motivation. I'll tell you, discipline is important. If you don't know discipline, then how you'll do the things and all. So some people have a limitation themselves to their own domain. But I'm telling you, if you look in the initiative of work outside the domain, many people have done many magical things. So I want you to come up from that domain and work. Okay, what is that? Somebody may be master in millets. Somebody is not master in millet. Doesn't mean that a person cannot do the millet business. But connecting the right team is very important. Innovation is important, but some people thought like they will do wonder innovation so people will like. No, if you do basic also, your execution is very important, and that connecting the customers in the right way is important. So many things, like one is what everything you ever wanted is the other side is the fear, and other side idea or worth that thing. But execution is everything. Some people think I have 100 of great ideas, but I don't believe in that. One good idea will make you a master. So, to real root of success in these startups, idea, plan, and education, stay positive, obstacle, obstacle one, obstacle two, sadness, self-doubt, little success, boost, optimization, again success. But this is a long journey, a long process. But for anything, any entrepreneur, they need a good mentor to. They have to connect in the right way to the right mentor, where who can connect you to the right investor, and where you can get the right service connections and all. So now we will come to our present generation of country. The country is full of young people only. 35 to 40% are younger generation. This is the one of the new look of our country, new look of our India. But here, the job is the biggest challenging for us. But everyone will knock the door of the somebody's company. That owner or a MD or CEO can't do anything because whatever the space is there, the people will be. Others they can't. Now, the purpose of this talk also, I want the new people can connect to the startup, and if somebody is really interested in some of the food concept, millet is the one of the area. But in the right way, if you connect, in right way, if you connect the people in the right product, people will love the product. But simply they won't love. You should know that entrepreneur balancing mindset. Who is entrepreneur? India needs more entrepreneur for the growth. Everybody wants to be entrepreneur, but India needs more entrepreneur for the growth. And if you see some of the young entrepreneurs, we are all connected with this type of entrepreneurs who make the different look in our country. By if you see, we have a huge population, but only few of them they are the face of they are the youth icon. They are the face of the India. Why we can think in that direction? Why we can take the risk over there? That is very important thing. Well, every great thing starts with a small thing. But if you connect with any younger generation, they will tell we'll do so many things. But you need the right mentor, as I told in the previous slide, right connection, right connectivity, and use that in the right way. Then something big can happen. But again, India is a country where you have to keep your flame alive with the healthy boundaries. I had seen some of the industries, they created a well designed industry, but they were failure in building the team. So many of them want to, when a tree is in the growing stage, nobody want to come near to that one. The moment they started giving the fruits, everyone will dump into that near to the tree to spoil the entire company. So the company owner, he may be educated or not educated, that doesn't sound in a bigger way. But how he create the team members will make you sense for the future. So yes, I agree with a certain time. Every beginning is always a trouble. We come up with so many failures, but don't let that. You cannot stop that. Maybe a continuous service will change you to the different road. And I always tell whenever I go somewhere to give a talk, every time the people who come over there, they tell, "Sir, startup you are telling, but many startups are failure. But if the startups are failure, then how the country is running? Because we still depend on the same startup products only. Somebody is following. So there are people in India. They have a negative energy. They come to such places. They create a negative energy. They don't want to go, help us in build up our country, our nation. Their role is to tell some negative and make it this country in a wrong direction. So, but if you go on balancing the things, you can get the right people, right team is there. India have enough talent in bundles in every corner. Connect them, build the organization. See, a lot of magical things can happen. So entrepreneur, they are the globally the entrepreneurship culture has been gaining a considerable importance in the recent years. The transition from control to license regulated public company oriented to the economies to knowledge based ones has encouraged individual to start the business. The term startup denotes the early stage of an enterprise integrating the science based innovation that can scale it up. Who is an entrepreneurship then? An entrepreneur is a person who seeks a profitable opportunity and takes the necessary risk to set up and operate a business. But on the other side, it will be different from many small business owners in their strong desire to make their business grow. On the other side, they can manage this through their overriding responsibility to reduce the resources of the organization to accomplish their goals. But there is always a big challenge. Uh, one is business, and other side is the entrepreneur. So, and entrepreneur, people have this. They have to be very clear with this one. Businessman is someone who purchased the watermelon for 20 rupees or 30 rupees and sell it for a 32 rupees or 33 rupees. The margin is 3 to 4 rupees. But entrepreneurs are not businessmen. Entrepreneurs are someone who bring the watermelon, make it into juice, pack it in the right Tetra Pak, and sell it to 100 rupees. So, but entrepreneur, there is a business. This is what the entrepreneurs will think always. So, what are the pillars of entrepreneurship? An idea and market. Where to put that one? Skill, knowledge, and experience. Resource, what resource you have to connect the people. Little motivation and hard work is very important over there. Entrepreneurs are made, they are not born. People say, no, they by born only he's an entrepreneur. No, they are not made. They are not. They are made. They are not born. Sorry. What are the other type of elements, key elements in the entrepreneurship? One is innovation, risk taking, vision. That is very important. Focus. Because if you start with the one step, you will get 100 negative only. There is nothing people will encourage. Don't get out for let out for things in your on the other side, disturbing your mind and disturbing your entire energy. Focus. Focus where you want to go and scale up your skills in a right way, and you can witness in a one of the best entrepreneur for the country. But entrepreneur has certain responsibility. That is personality, vision, high energy level, need to achieve self-confidence, creativity, tolerance, internal focus of control, and that person should have ability to face the failures. But our government have come up with so many schemes. Our central government have a n number of schemes, but people don't connect that schemes. Simply blaming someone won't give anything. See, I myself, how good enough to connect them is very important. We have a right scheme, but we are not connecting them. No, simply telling myself this our nation is wrong. No, first I should wake up myself and connect to those people. No, then I can get what is there and how I can connect them and make myself utilizing this financial support to for the help of the startups in India and all. As I told, you need innovation. You should have entrepreneurship here and higher education. So, but if you are good enough, lucky in all these three factors, one man know everything, fine. But I don't think that somebody is very good in millets background, maybe not good in entrepreneurship. Somebody is very good in entrepreneurship, is not good in innovation. So you have to build the right team now, all three in the right team. You can get a succeed in a different role. So always there is a relation between innovation and entrepreneurship. If you have innovation, then how to convert the entrepreneurship? I had told you, team build is very important always. So for ideation, any idea it won't do in the overnight. You have to sit, you have to think, you have to set up the protocol, research, uh, framing the things, feedback, prototyping, designing, focus group, and finally launch somewhere. So concept, idea generation, research, assess the market, analysis, business analysis, develop product development, and launch, go to the market. All this require little time, homework, then you have to launch the things. Novelty in problem or a solution or both. See, novelty, people think that I will bring millet, I will make a chicky. Chicky means you know that what the local name we call it. But simply, if you do this one, whether people accept that one, don't think overthinking that I will do something sitting in a NASA. First, you should have the ability to reach the NASA. Then you think how to reach the sky. Many our Indian people know they will simply dump into the millet business, then they'll do, I'll become a millet business. This is happening. And on the other side, our media people. Simply they give the money, so they'll go for an ad showing the ad to the so many people in the market. Even the media people don't know whether they are in the right way. First, they have to understand the concept. Don't make in the wrong direction, which people customers will go in a foolish way. So that is one thing. Technology, problem, pain, need to connect the things and all. Novelty in problem or a solution or a both, and solution offering product, process, service. And one is you have to be very specific in certain things, measurable, attainable, a goal should be realistic under the skills and resource, relevant and time bound. So time bound is required because every minute the money plays a very crucial role. So sometimes they know so many things. Though I'm telling our own great institute, Indian Institute of Millets Research, they have an incubation center. People who are really want to do in a millet business, go to the right, like how we go. Suppose I am suffering from a eye. This one, I'll go to the hospital only. No, I won't go to someone, physician. No, if I'm having a neuro problem, I'll go to the neurology. Same thing, if you select the right place for scale up in your ideas. That is our own Indian Institute of Millet Research have incubation center. Go there, learn certain things, connect with them, build the ideas. So MSME, people, MSME is one of the sector. Micro, small, and medium enterprises support the industries as a ancillary units, thereby contributing enormously to the overall industrial development of the country. They are the contributes to the sustainability and growth of the employment, economy, output, export the sectors all across the country and all. During the after the MSME scheme has been taken to next level, 40 to 50% of Indian total export and 30% of the Indian GDP has gone to next level. So around 633 lakh MSME units are there, 111 million employments are there. We can see the drastically change in our GDP and also in the export and all. Our central government, MSME Ministry, MSME Board, MSME Development Organization, Choir Board, National Small Industry Corporations, Khadi Village Industry Commission, Small Industry Development Banks, it may be state government and many things. What is meant by MSME now? MSME are they were introduced under the MSME ED, nothing but Micro, Small, Medium Entrepreneurs Development Act 2006. They are the full form of MSME is micro, small, and medium. What is their key features then? They are primarily involved in producing, manufacturing, processing, and preserving food. For more clarity, MSME aid workers' welfare for increasing the employment opportunity and providing the loans for those people who are really interested in this type of business and all. They will assist the domestic and export markets. They provide the modern testing facilities. They provide the quality certification services and all. Indian government has redefined this MSME in the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat is a package after 14 years of 14 years since the MSME Development Act was in 2006. The primary objective of the refining is the MSME was to easy business activities, attract more investments, and create more employment in the MSME sectors. As per the new definition, this MSME, the Ministry of MSME now includes both retail, wholesale trade under the MSME to strengthen the sector and boost our economic growth. With such inclusion under MSME, the Ministry has intended for the limited purpose of priority to the sector lending from banks under the regulation of the Reserve Bank of India. So this MSME will give funding facilities, but you have to understand them in a right way. We have different schemes: micro scheme, small scheme, medium scheme, and we have a limitation of giving amount like 25 lakh to 5 crores, 25 lakh to 5 crores, 5 crores to 75 crores. But you have to, it's not like in one stretch they'll help you. You have to connect them. You have to bound to their objectives. Then they'll help. And one more scheme is Startup India. Startup India is connected with the MSME also. And what is this Startup India? It is nothing but self-certification. tax exemption, single window clearance with the mobile app, patent protection, relaxed rules for public procurement, and equipment setup. And somebody who will start as a startup in this one. What is the beneficiary of this startup? Startup is an initiative was launched by January 16, 2016 by our government of India. The objective was to support entrepreneurs and build a strong ecosystem for promoting the innovation. They also intended to create a bigger startups ecosystem as well as shift the India towards the creating job. Why we need to create the job? Because we are in the suffering from the unemployment. Because startup will help you to create more job, which is very important for our next generation youths and all. It has turned out to be an effective scheme by rolling out the different programs to support the entrepreneurs in India. These programs are handled by the committee which is committed to the Startup India team, which directly to the Department for Industrial Policy and Promotion to promote the entrepreneurs, different benefits for providing to the startups and all. What are the benefits of Startup India scheme in India? One is self-certification under the labor and environmental laws, which will easily self-certify their compliances under the six labor laws and three environmental laws and all. Tax exemptions for the 3 years. One who come up with the startup, they have exempted from the tax and all. Like the profit that are owned by the startups have been granted for the inter-ministerial board certificates are exempted from income tax for three consecutive years and all. Easy window of company and startup patent applications, IPA protections and all, relaxations in public procurement norms and all, research and innovation benefits will be what research and innovation benefits like startup India advocates innovation as well as research among those who are projecting themselves as entrepreneurs in upcoming time. The government is taking all the measures to support the entrepreneurs. The government is looking forward to establishing the 7 new research parks for the research and development of the product. We are already see few of the parks already inaugurated. What is the other criteria of eligibility for the startup registration? You as a startup you need to be a private limited company and limited liability partnership. It should be a new firm. It should not be older than 5 years, and the total turnover should not be crossed the 25 crores. The company must be approved from the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. The firm should have obtained a patent guarantee from the Indian Patent and Trademark Office. The company must have a recommendation letter from the incubation center. The firm must offer innovative schemes for products. The company is working towards the innovation, development, and enhancement of the product as a services, or the company should be a scalable business model with the objectives of employment for the generation for the wealth creations. Any startup, how to start up, living in the future is always important. Your present mindset is very important. What is missing, you have to identify, write down a bounce idea, make a prototype, show the prototype to the people, expert people, and prototype until it makes sense. Find a co-founder, register your company in a corporate split equality, look for the funding for build version, launch, let everyone knows your idea, the company follow up with the users. Are they coming back? Yes, they are coming back. Fine. If they are not coming back, if they are coming back, get the 100,000 users, grow 5% of a week. Finally, reach the destiny. If you are not coming with the no, they are not. They no come back. Launch again after irritating also. Launch until users stay with you. Keep going for another 4 years. At the rate you will reach 25 million users. Every in India, no, every startup, first timer is always there is a less success growth. But you should not quit over there. If you go on constant planning in your idea, you will be a best entrepreneur. So keep doing your startup until you get the success. And what is the difference between business and startup? Example, you all know about the Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar have 350 plus stores and located in 100 cities, but still the valuation is um, 2000 crores and founded in 2001. But Flipkart, they have six warehouses and zero stores. The valuation is 98,000 crores, founded in 2007. That is the magic of startups. So some of the things I'll skip. Startup funding. If you go to the website, Startup India, Government of India initiative from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, you will get a lot of things where I can go to through their objectives and all. There you can spend few time with that website. You'll get many information. And what is the other side of the incubators? If you go to many in the engineering college to many university, they have the incubators, business incubators, nothing but incubation center. The company where you can go and set up your own company. They'll give you the space, small space. You can develop the company for next 1 year. If you are really succeeded, then you can go. You are free to leave the company, leave that place and start outside. A business incubator is a company that helps to new and startup companies to develop by providing services such as management, training, or office space. Ultimate goal of the incubation is to launch profitable, sustainable entrepreneurial companies. Incubators are carefully screen the potential business because they are the space, equipment, and financial are limited, and they wanted to be sure that they are choosing the to nurture the business with the best possible change for a success. So incubators provide the infrastructural support, office, space, meeting room, platform to do the networking, management assistance, other side supporting the service specific to the incubators and all. So other side, what are the things? Research to startup. Why I'm telling about this research to startup? Research to startup is always a challenging now. Many scientists have enough papers, but now always challenge whether we will take it as the numbers in the CV or whether we will convert this into product. Because we need, if somebody have 400 papers also, okay, it looks good when we go to seminars and we go to the some of the things. Yes, so and so scientists has published 300 to 400 papers, and end of the day, they have a great impact factor. They publish in Nature and all. But what next? After retired, what next? So instead of that, if that scientist will think in other direction to develop the product, not only it will help for the others, it will help for the that same scientist also to make some revenue generation, which will help for his life, for the growth of the country. Research to startup is one of the very important steps we should look in the next coming generation. But it is not simply we will do it. You have to patent yourself, you have to develop the technology, you have to transfer it into the industry. Patent, technology development, and all. Yes, there are some research institutions are doing. I mean, but I'm also thinking it should be connected to the universities also. So, but it won't happen in a overnight. It takes months to years to the many years. But I'm telling in my direction, what support is available for the entrepreneurs? There are so many incubation centers in the university, Startup Karnataka, MSME, or many things. Even Hyderabad, they have an incubation center. There is an innovation hub, which is IT sectors, IT tech park, and all, where we can connect and we can develop the things. And in that way, in that connection, in this process, it is not like I as a one person handle everything. There are CA, CS, legal, complex. Many people will help us to develop the things. And to connect any India tech startup requirement from 5 lakhs to 10 crores, there is a different funding system. And but Niji, it may be Ketak, it may be Barak, it may be DSIR, it may be Mudra loan, or it may be so many innovation funds are there. We can use that fund for the beneficiary support. Yuva scheme is there, and we have lot of startup supporting like Atal Innovation Mission, Department of Biotechnology, Software Technology Park of India, Departmental of Science and Technology, National Skill Development Corporation, Science Engineering Research Board, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Small Industry Development Bank of India, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Departmental Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant, or Departmental for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Micro Units Development of Refinery Agencies, National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development. So there are many schemes, but you should know how to connect them. So I just always tell if you focus on one side, you can reach to somewhere. Some of the example, which is my own, where today I'm doing the service to the great, to the nation, to the country, to many things. So connecting the people in the right way, collaboration, MO is very, very important to make yourself a better person to the things. These are the some of the products which I develop in my side and all. And moreover, your passion, how you connect yourself to connect the country, connect the nation, connect the youths to build the things in the right way. The, thank you for your patience to listen whatever my knowledge to connect yourself and all. Thank you.